English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy, a self-study reference and practice book for intermediate learners of English. Unit 1. Present Continuous. I am doing.
Section A.
Study this example situation. Sarah is in her car. She is on her way to work. She is driving to work.
She's driving to work.
She is driving to work.
This means she is driving now, at the time of speaking. The action is not finished. Am is are plus ing is the present continuous. I am driving. I'm driving. He is working. He's working. She is working. She's working. It is working. It's working. We are doing. We're doing. You are doing. You're doing. They are doing. They're doing.
Section B.
I am doing something means I'm in the middle of doing it. I've started doing it and I haven't finished.
Please don't make so much noise. I'm trying to work. Where's Mark?
He's having a shower.
Let's go out now. It isn't raining anymore.
Hi, Jane. Are you enjoying the party?
What's all that noise? What's going on?
Or, what's all that noise? What's happening?
Sometimes the action is not happening at the time of speaking. For example, Steve is talking to a friend on the phone. He says,
I'm reading a really good book at the moment. It's about a man who...
Steve is not reading the book at the time of speaking. He means that he has started it but has not finished it yet. He is in the middle of reading it. Some more examples.
Kate wants to work in Italy, so she's learning Italian.
But perhaps she isn't learning Italian at the time of speaking.
Some friends of mine are building their own house. They hope to finish it next summer.
Section C.
You can use the present continuous with today, this week, this year, etc. Periods around now.
You're working hard today?
Yes, I have a lot to do.
Not you work hard today.
The company I work for isn't doing so well this year.
D. We use the present continuous when we talk about changes happening around now, especially with these verbs: get, change, become, increase, rise, fall, grow, improve, begin, start.
Is your English getting better?
Not, does your English get better?
The population of the world is increasing very fast.
Not, increases.
At first I didn't like my job, but I'm beginning to enjoy it now.
Not, I begin. Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy, a self-study reference and practice book for intermediate learners of English. Unit 2. Present Simple. I do. Section A. Study this example situation. Alex is a bus driver, but now he is in bed asleep. He is not driving a bus. He is asleep. But he drives a bus. He is a bus driver.
He drives a bus.
Drive, drives. Work, works. Do, does, etc. is the present simple. I drive. We drive. You drive. They drive. I work. We work. You work. They work. I do. We do. You do. They do. Etc. He drives. She drives. It drives. He works. She works. It works. He does. She does. It does. Section B. We use the present simple to talk about things in general. We use it to say that something happens all the time or repeatedly, or that something is true in general.
Nurses look after patients in hospitals.
I usually go away at weekends.
The earth goes round the sun.
The cafe opens at 7:30 in the morning.
Remember, I work, but he works. They teach, but my sister teaches. Section C. We use do or does to make questions and negative sentences. Do I work? Do we work? Do you work? Do they work? Do I drive? Do we drive? Do you drive? Do they drive? Do I do? Do we do? Do you do? Do they do? Does he work? Does she work? Does it work? Does he drive? Does she drive? Does it drive? Does he do? Does she do? Does it do? I don't work. I don't drive. I don't do. We don't work. We don't drive. We don't do. You don't work. You don't drive. You don't do. They don't work. They don't drive. They don't do. He doesn't work. She doesn't work. It doesn't work. He doesn't drive. She doesn't drive. It doesn't drive. He doesn't do. She doesn't do. It doesn't do.
I come from Canada. Where do you come from?
I don't go away very often.
What does this word mean?
Rice doesn't grow in cold climates.
In the following examples, do is also the main verb. Do you do? Or doesn't do, etc.
What do you do?
I work in a shop.
He's always so lazy. He doesn't do anything to help.
Section D. We use the present simple to say how often we do things.
I get up at 8 o'clock every morning.
How often do you go to the dentist?
Julie doesn't drink tea very often.
Robert usually goes away 2 or 3 times a year.
Section E. I promise. I apologize. Sometimes we do things by saying something. For example, when you promise to do something, you can say, I promise. When you suggest something, you can say, I suggest.
I promise I won't be late.
What do you suggest I do?
I suggest that you...
In the same way, we say, I apologize. I advise. I insist. I agree. I refuse, etc. Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy. A self-study reference and practice book for intermediate learners of English. Unit 3. Present Continuous and Present Simple 1. I am doing and I do. Section A. Compare. Present Continuous. I am doing. We use the continuous for things happening at or around the time of speaking. The action is not complete. Present Simple. I do. We use the simple for things in general or things that happen repeatedly.
The water is boiling. Can you turn it off?
Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
Listen to those people. What language are they speaking?
Excuse me, do you speak English?
Let's go out. It isn't raining now.
It doesn't rain very much in summer.
I'm busy.
What are you doing?
What do you usually do at weekends?
I'm getting hungry. Let's go and eat.
I always get hungry in the afternoon.
Kate wants to work in Italy, so she's learning Italian.
Most people learn to swim when they are children.
The population of the world is increasing very fast.
Every day the population of the world increases by about 200,000 people.
We use the continuous for temporary situations. See Unit 1 for more information. We use the simple for permanent situations. See Unit 2 for more information.
I'm living with some friends until I find a place of my own.
My parents live in London. They have lived there all their lives.
You're working hard today.
Yes, I have a lot to do.
Joe isn't lazy. He works hard most of the time.
Section B. I always do and I'm always doing. I always do something means I do it every time.
I always go to work by car.
Not I'm always going. I'm always doing something has a different meaning. For example,
I've lost my phone again. I'm always losing things.
I'm always losing things means I lose things very often, perhaps too often or more often than normal. More examples.
You're always playing computer games. You should do something more active.
Means you play computer games too often.
Tim is never satisfied. He's always complaining.
Means he complains too much. Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy. A self-study reference and practice book for intermediate learners of English. Unit 4. Present continuous and present simple too. I am doing and I do. Section A. We use continuous forms for actions and happenings that have started but not finished. They are eating, it is raining, etc. Some verbs, for example, know and like, are not normally used in this way. We don't say, I'm knowing, or they are liking. We say, I know, they like. The following verbs are not normally used in the present continuous. Like, want, need, prefer, know, realize, suppose, mean, understand, believe, remember, belong, fit, contain, consist, seem.
I'm hungry. I want something to eat. Do you understand what I mean?
Anna doesn't seem very happy at the moment.
Section B. Think. When think means believe or have an opinion, we do not use the continuous.
I think Mary is Canadian, but I'm not sure.
Not I'm thinking.
What do you think of my plan?
Means what is your opinion? When think means consider, the continuous is possible.
I'm thinking about what happened. I often think about it. Nikki is thinking of giving up her job.
Means she is considering it. Section C. See, hear, smell, taste. We normally use the present simple, not continuous, with these verbs.
Do you see that man over there?
Not are you seeing.
This room smells. Let's open a window.
We often use can plus see or hear or smell or taste.
I can hear a strange noise. Can you hear it?
Section D. Look, feel. You can use the present simple or continuous to say how somebody looks or feels now.
You look well today.
Or,
You're looking well today.
how do you feel now?
Or,
How are you feeling now?
But
I usually feel tired in the morning.
not I'm usually feeling. Section E. He is selfish and he is being selfish. His being means he is behaving or he is acting. Compare.
I can't understand why he's being so selfish. He isn't usually like that.
Being selfish means behaving selfishly at the moment.
He never thinks about other people. He is very selfish.
Means he is selfish generally, not only at the moment. We use am, is, or being to say how somebody is behaving. It is not usually possible in other sentences.
It's hot today.
Not it is being hot.
Sarah is very tired.
Not is being tired. Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy. A self-study reference and practice book for intermediate learners of English. Unit 5. Past Simple. I did. Section A. Study this example.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was an Austrian musician and composer. He lived from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5 and wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He was only 35 years old when he died.
Lived, started, wrote, was, died are all past simple. Section B. Very often the past simple ends in ed, regular verbs.
I work in a travel agency now. Before that, I worked in a department store.
We invited them to our party, but they decided not to come.
The police stopped me on my way home last night.
Laura passed her exam because she studied very hard.
For spelling, stopped, studied, etc. See Appendix 6. But many verbs are irregular. The past simple does not end in ed. For example, write, wrote.
Mozart wrote more than 600 pieces of music.
See, saw.
I saw Tanya a few days ago.
Go, went.
We went to the cinema 3 times last week.
Shut, shut.
It was cold, so I shut the window.
For a list of irregular verbs, see Appendix 1. Section C. In questions and negatives, we use did or didn't, plus infinitive, enjoy, see, go, etc. I enjoyed, I saw, I went. She enjoyed, she saw, she went. They enjoyed, they saw, they went. Did you enjoy? Did she enjoy? Did they enjoy? Did you see? Did she see? Did they see? Did you go? Did she go? Did they go? I didn't enjoy. I didn't see. I didn't go. She didn't enjoy. She didn't see. She didn't go. They didn't enjoy. They didn't see. They didn't go.
Did you go out last night?
Yes, I went to the cinema, but I didn't enjoy the film much.
When did Mr. Thomas die?
About 10 years ago.
They didn't invite us to the party, so we didn't go.
Did you have time to do the shopping?
No, I didn't.
In the following examples, do is the main verb in the sentence. Did, do or didn't do.
What did you do at the weekend?
Not what did you at the weekend.
I didn't do anything.
Not I didn't anything. Section D. The past of be. Am, is, are, is was, were. I was, he was, she was, it was. I wasn't, he wasn't, she wasn't, it wasn't. We were, you were, they were. We weren't, you weren't, they weren't. Was I? Was he? Was she? Was it? Were we? Were you? Were they? Note that we do not use did in negatives and questions with was, were.
I was angry because they were late.
Was the weather good when you were on holiday?
They weren't able to come because they were so busy.
Did you go out last night, or were you too tired?
Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy, a self-study reference and practice book for intermediate learners of English. Unit 6. Past Continuous. I was doing. Section A. Study this example situation. Yesterday, Karen and Jim played tennis. They started at 10 o'clock and finished at 11:30. So at 10:30, they were playing tennis. They were playing means they were in the middle of playing. They had not finished playing. Was, were plus ing is the past continuous.
So, at 10:30 they were playing tennis.
I was playing. He was playing. She was playing. It was playing. I was doing. He was doing. She was doing. It was doing. I was working. He was working. She was working. It was working. We were playing. You were playing. They were playing. We were doing. You were doing. They were doing. We were working. You were working. They were working, etc. Section B. I was doing something means I was in the middle of doing something at a certain time. The action or situation had already started before this time, but had not finished.
This time last year, I was living in Brazil.
What were you doing at 10 o'clock last night?
I waved to Helen, but she wasn't looking.
Section C. Compare the past continuous, I was doing, and past simple, I did. Past continuous, in the middle of an action.
I was walking home when I met Dan.
In the middle of walking home. Past simple, complete action.
I walked home after the party last night.
Means all the way, completely.
Kate was watching TV when we arrived. Kate watched TV a lot when she was ill last year.
Section D. We often use the past simple and the past continuous together to say that something happened in the middle of something else.
Matt phoned while we were having dinner.
It was raining when I got up.
I saw you in the park yesterday. You were sitting on the grass and reading a book.
I hurt my back while I was working in the garden.
But we use the past simple to say that one thing happened after another.
I was walking along the road when I saw Dan, so I stopped and we had a chat.
Compare
When Karen arrived, we were having dinner.
means we had already started before she arrived.
When Karen arrived, we had dinner.
Means Karen arrived and then we had dinner. Section E. Some verbs, for example, know and want, are not normally used in the continuous. See Unit 4A.
We were good friends. We knew each other well.
Not we were knowing.
I was enjoying the party, but Chris wanted to go home.
Not was wanting. Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.